What's good, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you're watching this video. Today, we're going to be diving into something I want to call bad science. Now, bad science basically is talking about which badges you can use as weapons, which badges are the shields, and how they can cancel each other out. Now, me personally, I didn't really understand the whole scientific study of, the bad science. So when I did a little bit of research, I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense now, how one badge can cancel out another, or how some badges are better for positions or certain play styles. So if you've been wasting your money on VC, randomly trying to get badges, I'm gonna save you today. Let's lock it in. Now, the first thing you must understand is that it's a badge warfare. So you have your weapons versus their counters. Now, the badges you're using, they aren't just random. They're basically like chess pieces. They're a visual representation of what your build's abilities are. Now, if somebody's running a certain weapon, you better have the shield ready for defense. For instance, let's say you have a Posterizer or physical finisher on your build. That's easily countered by a paint patroller and or a movable enforcer. And if you ain't got those and you're guarding the rim runners, or should I say slashers, just know it's GG's, bro. You're gonna be put on the poster. Next example, we have strong handle and unpluckable. Those weapons are countered by a movable enforcer and the glove. Now, one keeps ball handlers from bullying their way through the contact, and the other one is used for picking their pockets. This is definitely useful for locks and guys who love to play the passing lanes. Next, we have Limitless Range and Deadeye. These weapons are countered by Challenger. When you're playing the game, those guys who could run through screens and shoot, sometimes they looking scary like Steph Curry. But what you have to do is use that Challenger and get inside their jersey, no Diddy. And that's gonna really help you to stop them from making shots. Another combination we have, Shifty Shooter or Mini Marksman, that can be countered by On-Ball Menace. Now, those little guards who love to run around the screens, just like I said, you can make their lives hell if you have Legend or Hall of Fame On-Ball Menace. If you're a good defender, nobody likes them running around screens or going to do the corner three. So On-Ball Menace is definitely a tool that you want to have if you like to play defense. Now let's look at bad science by position. Let's just break down what you should be running depending on your position, role, and gameplay style. Let's not overcomplicate it. This is just a blueprint. So let's look at the point guards first. Now this can be anywhere from 5'9" to 6'6" or 6'7". Some of the must-have weapons that you need to have as a point guard are as follows. Unpluckable, handles for days, mini marksman, lightning launch, shifty shooter, limitless range, dimer, and bailout. On the other side, the counters that you need. Challenger, which helps with shot contests, Interceptor, which helps playing the passing lanes, and On-Ball Menace for those pesky defenders that like to run through screens. Also, Pick Dodger could help as well when you're dealing with those same defenders that like to get through screens. Now, you got to remember, the PGs are the brain of the team. So you need to have dribble protection and deep range, but you also got to be ready to play great defense as well as reading those passing lanes. Next, we have our shooting guards. The weapons that you need as a shooting guard are Deadeye, Shifty Shooter, of course Limitless Range, and Posterizer or Aerial Wizard for those of you that are slashers or rim runners. Now, the counters that you need for a shooting guard are Challenger, Off-Ball Pest, and Pick Dodger. And for my locks, you definitely need On-Ball Menace, glove, and a movable enforcer. Now, most shooting guards, they thrive as being scorers, but you got to be able to fight through the screens and lock down the other shooters on the other side. Next, for my small forwards, the weapons that you need are Posterizer, Limitless Range, Bailout sometimes, Strong Handle you can use as well, and Shifty Shooter for my craftier small forwards. The counters that you need are Challenger, Post Lockdown, Interceptor, and High Flying Defender. Now, you got to remember, small forwards are like hybrids. You need to give them some ability to slash and shoot, but don't sleep on their defensive versatility, the ability to be able to defend the paint and play the passing lanes. Next, we have our bigs. First big, the power forward. Now, as a power forward, you definitely need to have rise up, post powerhouse, physical finisher, brick wall, and pogo. And for the counters, you need paint patroller, box out beast, and a movable enforcer. Now, the power forwards, they are the enforcers of the paint. So you need to be making your build with badges that help control the paint on both sides of the floor, and that can easily translate into winning games. And lastly, for my centers. Now, these are for the traditional ways of playing, not for the three-point shooting bigs that everybody's making now. So for weapons, what we want to use is Rise Up, Aerial Wizard, Post Fade Phenom, and Rebound Chaser. The counters for the centers that you should have: Paint Patroller, Post Lockdown, Box Out Beast, and High Flying Defender. Now, as a big, you need to protect the rim and own the glass. If you're a center without a Paint Patroller or a Box Out Beast on your build, you're fooled. Everybody's gonna come down there and dunk on you. So that's basically it, fellas. Like, you gotta remember, every weapon that you use as a badge, it has a shield or a counter. So don't just stack up on the offensive badges and think that you're gonna come in and cook. Be able to build smart, build balance, and respect the counters. Basically, use badges that are gonna help you on both sides of the floor. So if you guys enjoyed the breakdown, make sure you drop a like, a sub to the channel, and let me know in the comments which badge matchup cooked you the most in 2K26.